Hey y'all, welcome back to the Smoke Dungeon. DB here, and I know I'm usually showing you a bunch of old stuff, but this is some more recent stuff because this March I've decided it's Tiny Mini March, y'all. Tiny Mini March, and we're only painting minis that are tiny. And by that I mean anything less than 28 mil. I'm gonna show you. So this is stuff I've actually been working on the last week and a half, I think, since the beginning of March. And it's like I don't know what day is today? I think it's March 10th, y'all. I don't know. Who knows? I'm lost in time and space. But anyway, these are some Legion Imperialis Salamander Marines that I've been working on, y'all. We're going to take a look at them. And I figured I'd kick Tiny Man March off with these because I pre-ordered Legion Imperialis, the new epic, when it came out. And then I didn't mess with it for a while, but I broke all my stuff out in, I guess, last month and started cleaning it up, getting it primed up. And then I decided we're going to paint it. And then I got my pre-order of my support dreadnoughts and stuff like that, my Leviathans. And then I got really jazzed to paint it all, yo. And I'm not really jazzed to paint the tanks, which is kind of weird. But I do love painting tiny infantry. And as the month goes on, I'm going to show you more tiny infantry. I'm going to show you tiny Confederates. I'm going to show you tiny Battletech Elementals. I'm going to show you tiny Barbarians. I got all kinds of tiny shit, y'all. Because I think as I get older, I enjoy painting tinier things more. I don't know. There's just something about it. So let's check this stuff out, y'all. Leviathan Dreadnought, dude. Right? This is a model that when it came out for $30K, I was like, oh, that's pretty hot. And then as time went on, I was like, you know what? I don't really like that. But I feel like for Epic, it's really good. Model-wise, I think it's really cool. Stands out on the table pretty cool. And you can actually, it has enough detail. You can put some work in it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to throw a few decals on here or maybe throw some more black on them or maybe some flames or something. Not really sure. These dudes are contrasted with orc flesh, GW orc flesh, and then basilicum gray, some silvers in here, which is a Vallejo silver, and then a Vallejo brass, I believe. Yeah, you'll see just enough detail. This is one I like, dude. I just like this model with the snipper, right? He's got like a hedge trimmer, and then a crazy melted cannon. What's not to like there? I mean, come on, right? Yeah. Then these are the Contemptor Dreads. And you'll see all the bases on these guys. I just sprayed Wraithbone. Yeah, GW Wraithbone. And then I just went over with a heavy Agrax Earthshade. So, yeah. This is just orc flesh, and then there's a light dry brush over it, dude. I don't know if you can see. My light's not very good here in the dungeon, but you know what? We don't really care about that because we're just showing you some tiny men's, right? Tiny men's, because it's March, y'all. Paint them tiny men's in March. And you know what? It gives you a nice break, dude. I feel like, I know my focus is going back and forth crazy here because these things are so fucking small. But like talking small models, like let's do that real quick. Let's talk some small models, dude. Like check these infantry out here. All right. These dudes are butt tiny. But check them out. You throw just enough detail on there and it makes them pop. You know what I'm saying? Like that blue on the plasma gun stands out on the table. And then just those little dots of brass or bronze, whatever color I use there. I think it's brass on the shoulder pads, right? And then a light dry brush just gives you that little bit there. And up close, they look kind of good, right? But from far away, they look great, dude. Because you got to remember, these things are going to be on the tabletop, and you're going to be pulling them off like, you know, a Titan's going to shoot at these dudes, and then bam, like 4 or 5 bases are just gone, right? So, like, why spend 3 hours putting in some golden demon level shit on like one base of dudes when he's just going to die all the time? Excuse me, y'all. But, I mean, that's kind of my philosophy. I want them to look good. I want to be proud of them. But you also have to know there's a certain level where it stops paying dividends for your average cat. Now, if you're, you know, some crazy golden demon dude that's all you care about and you don't like playing games, then yeah, by all means, dude, spend all your life and all your days getting crazy on, you know, tiny Space Marines, dude. But like, otherwise, you know what I mean? You don't need more than that. Like, everybody's going to know these dudes are salamanders, right? And they're going to go on the table. We're going to roll some dice, and they're going to die. And then that's what's going to happen. Check it out. You know, power sword action. Blue power sword. I don't know. I also went back and forth, I'll be honest. And this was mainly with these missile launcher dudes. When you look at these guys, part of me feels like 5 on a base is a little crowded here. But then when I was looking at them, when you compare them to the other dudes, they just look way too thin, I feel like. Like the base looks a little sparse, right? Like if you take this guy out of the middle, you're like, yeah, it looks pretty good. But then when they're all out there together, you're like, nah, man, that doesn't really look that good. So, I don't know. My Terminators, I'm getting ready to start on them. I'm thinking I might go 4 to a base. My Commander, I went 4 to a base. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just jam 5 on there, right? And say the hell with it. I do need a decal on here. And you see, I didn't throw much color on these dudes other than the greens and stuff, right? I just kept it pretty simple. I did throw some yellow in there. And that's what you should do with these guys, man, because you just want to, you know, you want them to look nice. They should be table worthy. But these are mine right here. This is one, I think this is an actual formation, right? 2 detachments. I got a core here, HQ here, and technically this is all one support. So yeah, this is a Legio Demi Company formation right here. And I painted this all this week. And like I said, it could use a decal or some freehand on this flag right here. I could do that. And, you know, I could maybe do a little bit more detail on these Leviathans. But you don't really need to. And these dudes look great. So I just want to throw it out there. Tiny men. Paint some tiny men. If you've only painted like 28 mils, right? It's going to be different. It's totally different, but it's refreshing, y'all. It's refreshing. And I will say, it's fucking destruction on my eyes because DB can't really see very well. The dungeon is dark. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of eye strain. And the one day I did put in work when I was like shaving and cutting models off sprues as I shake the table there. I spent like 4 or 5 hours one night. And the next day, my eyes was killing me, y'all. But other than that, you know, tiny men, it's where it's at. And then I will say, when I go back to painting some 28 mils in April, I'm probably going to feel like I'm painting the Eiffel Tower or like the goddamn, you know, the Sears Tower or something. It's going to be so big compared to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Legion Imperialis, Salamanders, Tiny Men March. Be good to one another. Do what you feel.